Hello everybody, it's Erin and it's time for what I colored in June, and I did 5 things, which I don't think is too bad, but one of them was pretty small, but that's because I really needed a break from really difficult things, and I don't know why I had to make it difficult for myself, but I decided during my birthday month that I would color only things that I really liked, and yeah, I went a little nuts on the difficulty scale. But the first thing that I had was a picture from the Jurassic Park coloring book, and I have colored one before, so this was technically my second one. This one I did at the beginning of the year. So this time we did a picture from the Brachiosaur Brachiosaur encounter after the T-Rex attack and everything like that. The interesting thing about this was to get the clouds to be the way that I wanted them. I had to paint over them completely solid black and then add the gray on top so that I didn't have to worry about trying to paint over the lines with a whole bunch of different layers and everything. So that worked a lot nicer. And then what I did was I reimagined the scene and I kind of lightened it up a bit. I changed the sunset so it wasn't quite as dark, because by now it's kind of like a nighttime scene, and I didn't really want to color that, right? And I figure if I don't feel like coloring it, I really don't have to. So I just gave it like a sunset kind of vibe, and I mean it is a sunset in the movie, but there's very little color to it, and I wanted to lighten that up a bit. And I used the Distress paint daubers down here to give that misty look, and then I just gave, you know, some blending to our brachiosaurs and some definition after I got the clouds in there. And yeah, I think that's about all that was special. It was just Copic markers and polychromos. And I'm sorry if you hear my neighbors, it's just part of living in an apartment. You're gonna have neighbors, and one of them's outside right now, so I don't think they can hear me, so it's okay. And there is a live stream of coloring some of that, but this one does not have a live stream. This is from the Witcher coloring book, and I have been trying to catch up with pages that the idea was to do one a month, and I kind of fell behind during 2020. And thankfully I had been working ahead a little bit, but now I'm behind, so I had to try and get a couple in. So this is one that I had working for a couple of weeks, and a lot of it was the issue with the paint in the background. I really just did not like the colors of paint that I had, and I wasn't getting the coverage that I wanted, so I think I painted this like 3 or 4 different times, and it was difficult for me. And then, you know, finding the reference photos and all the kind of thing that I like to do with my Witcher pictures, it just took a while. But yeah, again, Copic markers and polychromos, that's pretty much all that I use. It's very rare that I have to use something else, and I will point it out when I do. So after that, I took a little break for myself, and then this one is from, let me get the, do I have it? Yeah, okay, hang on. Hang on. This one is from this book, which is Ocean Baby Animals. I guess it's volume 3. I just wanted something simple to color that I really didn't have to think about, so there's not even a whole lot of detail in this. It was just a very simple coloring, and I'm going to put it on black paper. I didn't do it yet. I don't even think I went over this in pencil. I just, you know, just simple, straight coloring, and I just wanted to make it fun and interesting. And there will be pictures after I show these things, because the camera doesn't pick up everything, which is always fun when you're trying to showcase your work. The fact that the camera doesn't pick up half of the detail you put into things. But this one was incredibly simple, so. And I printed it small, so like if you have a smaller sized book, it was just a way for me not to have to color an entire 8.5 by 11 book. Some things I just don't, it's not that they're really not worth it, it's just it doesn't really fit the tone that I'm going for, so I, you know, just make it a smaller picture like that. And then the next one that I finished just yesterday was this one from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Again, I like dinosaurs, I like Jurassic World and Jurassic Park, so it wasn't really hard for me to figure out what I wanted to color this month. And my community picked this picture for us to work on, and I did some of it on stream, and then the rest of it I finished on my own. And mostly it was just me processing how to desaturate the background so I can make the dinosaurs show as much as possible. In the actual movie itself, it is rather, there's a lot of light coming from outside, but of course if you're not a film set that is being lit with floodlights, this would be a very dark scene. So I tried to darken the background as much as I could without making it so you couldn't see things, and then, you know, really highlight the dinosaurs and the Indominus Rex the most, just because she's the big scary monster, and you know, Blue is our hero up there trying to save the humans and take down this, you know, essential abomination that, of a dinosaur that's not really a dinosaur. So yeah, again, Copic markers, polychromos, you know, normal deal. And then the very last one, which I finished just a few minutes ago, we did 2 streams on this, and it was just a lot of streams, okay? A lot of streams were needed for this if I had done it all on camera. Because boy howdy, this was a lot of work. And this also is from the Witcher coloring book, and this is technically a picture that was done for their 1st year anniversary of completing the 3rd game. So you've got characters from all 3 different games. I had to go look them up because I haven't played the other 2 games and I didn't know who many of the characters were, including like this guy and that guy and that guy and that guy and this one there, and I had a hard time figuring out who everyone was and what their colors were supposed to be. And the interesting thing about this was this image was drawn for a celebration, but it was drawn at a very sepia scale. And so taking it into the more realistic game styling color was very different, and it looks very different from the original, which I think is really what I was going for, and it looks mostly my style too, which is also good. And then I also, since there's presents in this picture, I added shimmery stuff. There you go, you can see the shimmery stuff. I added shimmer to the presents just because, you know, it's a little pop of color, even more color, because there is so much going on in this. And, you know, I had the ruler out to get the lines on the floor. Like, I was just, there's so much detail and so much going on, and I unfortunately can't capture it on any camera I own, but I tried. I tried, and my hands are aching me because this was a lot of work. But it was worth it because I'm very happy with it. And again, this was my birthday month. My birthday was on the 24th of June, and so it was just a matter of trying to celebrate myself with myself. But, I hope you all enjoyed this video. There's pictures after this and after I stop talking. Please give us a thumbs up if you liked it, a thumbs down if you didn't, and I will see you next month. Goodbye, everybody.